Hello everyone and welcome to County Perspective. This show focuses on Frederick County government, local programs and events, and the Frederick County community. I'm your host Brandon Rosa and thank you for joining me. A lot has happened over the past few weeks, so let's begin the show with our top news stories. Frederick County Executive Jessica Fitzwater hosted a legislative town hall on Wednesday, October 8th at Winchester Hall to gather community input ahead of the 2026 legislative session. The event, organized by the county executive's legislative affairs team, focused on identifying and monitoring bills that are important to county residents. Fitzwater emphasized her commitment to open government and encouraged public participation in shaping legislative priorities. Attendees shared feedback on local issues and potential legislation, helping guide the county's advocacy efforts in Annapolis. The meeting also streamlined on FCG-TV with translated captions available at frederickcountymd.gov/legislative town hall. Frederick County's Department of Transportation hosted its annual Snow Rodeo, bringing together public work staff and a few from other county agencies for a day of training and friendly competition ahead of the winter season.
The drivers that go through on Monday and Tuesday, if you're a veteran driver, you're probably only going to go through once. And the drivers who have just joined us or have less experience, they may have to go through 2 or 3 times. And the idea is the different obstacles out in the course, they simulate things that they'll run across during real life snow plowing situations.
Drivers showcase their skills navigating tight spaces, plowing complex routes, and maneuvering large vehicles through obstacle courses. Heavy equipment operations also demonstrated precision using excavators and backhoes. The event combined hands-on preparation with competition, awarding top performers for safety and skill.
For me, it's to get familiar with the truck, driving it, and of course we're in and out of county roads, developments, and some of the developments, people don't realize when it's snowing you should not park on the street because we have to go around them, and when we go around them, we push snow up against them. So we got to be careful we don't hit nobody and don't want to hit a mailbox either. If you hit a barrel, you get points deducted. No barrels hit, whoever does it the fastest. But again, the main thing is being safe.
In addition to the contest, drivers reviewed their winter routes and marked snow stake locations to ensure efficient snow removal when winter weather arrives. October marked National Disability Employment Awareness Month, a time to honor the contributions of people with disabilities in the workplace and community. This year's theme, Access to Good Jobs for All, emphasized creating inclusive environments where everyone can thrive. In Frederick County, efforts continue to promote equity, accessibility, and respect for all individuals regardless of ability. Residents were encouraged to learn about disability etiquette, revisit policies that support inclusion, and amplify voices of people with disabilities through platforms like the Disability Visibility Project. Together, our community can continue building spaces where every person feels valued, supported, and empowered to succeed. Well, we've reached spooky season, and that means sweaters, scary movies, Halloween decorations, trick-or-treating, pumpkin spice lattes, and of course, pumpkins. If you haven't gotten a pumpkin yet, be sure to visit one of your local pumpkin patches to handpick your own beautiful pumpkin. In this episode of Farming Frederick, host Yvette Castillo and FCG-TV visits Jumbo's Pumpkin Patch in Middletown. Let's roll the video.
Hi, I'm Yvette Castillo, and I've never been on a farm before. I'm visiting farms across Frederick County, Maryland to learn about local farming. You're watching Farming Frederick. October is a great time of the year. The leaves begin to change into vibrant colors. The air becomes crisp and cools us down from a toasty summer. Festivals and, of course, picking pumpkins. Many of us can remember picking pumpkins when we were children, and to this day, we still carry the tradition. In Frederick County, Maryland, there are several pumpkin patches to choose from. There are 17 farms that grow pumpkins in the county and around 63 acres of pumpkins. That's almost 52 football fields full of pumpkins. In this episode of Farming Frederick, we're visiting Jumbo's Pumpkin Patch to learn about pumpkins and to pick one of our own. I just arrived at Jumbo's Pumpkin Patch located off Holter Road in Middletown. I'm going to go find owner Mandy Reinecker so she could take us to the pumpkin patch. Ah, there she is.
Oh,
Hi,
hey.
Mandy.
Hi, Yvette. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me here today.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming.
Well, you know, I've heard a lot about Jumbo's Pumpkin Patch from my friends, but I've never had a chance to visit. So I'm excited to be here, surrounded by all these fall decorations and, of course, pumpkins, and I can't wait to pick one.
Wonderful. Well, you're in luck. We have lots in the field. Excited to take you out there. Have you ever been on a hayride before?
Don't laugh. The answer is no.
Okay. Well, we're going to take care of you today. Okay?
Okay.
So let's go.
All right. All right, so this is a first for me. All right.
Awesome. We'll pick a seat.
Okay.
Let's sit back here.
Okay. Cool. Here we go.
All right. Here we go.
Do I need to hold on? I saw you just grab something.
Oh. No, you'll be
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Dave's one of the best drivers we have.
All right, Dave. Oh, this is cool. Well, that was a fun ride.
No, that's great. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Very fun. All right, so, you know, what type of pumpkins do you grow here at the farm?
So we grow about 30 different varieties.
Oh, wow.
The ones we're looking at right now are Howden Biggies and a couple other orange jack-o'-lantern type pumpkins. And that's the majority of what we grow, but then we have many varieties of other unique and decorative type pumpkins and squash.
Okay. So when do you do the plantings of the seeds in order to get for the pumpkins to be ready to be picked?
Yeah, so we actually start planting the first weekend in June.
Oh, wow.
Father's Day weekend type time frame, and takes between 90 and 110 days for them to reach full maturity.
Okay. And how do you do the plantings? Do you plant the seeds with a tractor?
So we actually converted a corn planter into one that will handle the seeds the size of a pumpkin seed. So we'll use a corn planter to do that, and we actually hand drop them still.
Oh, wow.
So two people ride the corn planter, and we hand drop them in the right interval so that they have enough distance between plants. So when they're growing, that the vines don't choke each other out.
Okay. So what type of weather conditions do you need and soil conditions you need for optimal growth for pumpkins?
Okay. So the soil, actually, we rotate pumpkin fields every 3 years. The pumpkins take a lot of nutrients from the ground, so we will follow them up with a different type of crop to replenish the soil. But as for the weather, when they're germinating, you know, first day of planting through maybe day 10, and that plant is coming up, you do want to get some rain. So we had a rough start of the year with the drought. But then once they start setting fruit, they actually can tolerate more dry weather.
Okay. And when do pumpkins stop growing?
When they start to turn that orange color, they're reaching their full size.
Oh,
So
wow. Okay.
they'll fully turn orange, and then they'll be ready to pick. But they won't gain much size after that.
Okay. So I see some that are green. Does that mean that they're
still growing.
Okay.
They're still maturing. If you did pick them when they're partially green, they'll still turn full orange once you pick them and put them out. The sun will turn them, but they're not quite ready yet.
How do you know a pumpkin's ready to be picked?
So it normally takes between that 90 and 110 days for them to reach full maturity, but you'll start to see the colors turn. They'll start to become orange. The leaves will start to die and get brown around the edges.
Okay. And how do you pick a pumpkin?
Well, let's go down here and I'll show you. We have some nice ones.
Okay.
Here's a nice one over here, Yvette.
Okay.
How's that look for you?
That is huge. And so how do you go about picking this?
Okay, so if you wanted to pick this, I would just come up here and pull these, the feeder vines off of the stem. You want to preserve that stem.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll just break it off like this. And then when we get to a place where you have some nice cutters, you can trim it off so it's a nice shape.
Okay. Should I try?
Oh, go ahead, go for it.
Wow.
How's that?
This is good.
Good.
I'll take it.
All right. Do you want to grab a little one for your family to take home?
Sure, I can do that.
Let's do it.
All right.
There you go, that's a nice one.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well, that was a lot of fun. First time riding the hayride, first time walking through a pumpkin patch. I'm ready to go home and carve this pumpkin. If you would like to know more about Jumbo's Pumpkin Patch or any other pumpkin patch in Frederick County, please visit homegrownfrederick.com.
That was a fun episode, and I've always loved Jumbo's since I was a little boy. It's time for a short break, but we have so much left to cover in this episode of County Perspective, so we'll see you soon. Hello everyone and welcome back to County Perspective. Before we continue the theme of Halloween in this show, let's see what four-legged cutie is looking for a forever home in this episode of Adorable Adoptables.
Coda is a recent addition to FCAC's adoption floor. Realizing that they were unable to provide proper care for her, Coda's owners made the best decision for the 2-year-old lab mix and surrendered her to us. Since being here, we've put Coda on a feeding program to get her back to her ideal weight and treated her fleas. What's more, we've fallen in love with this goofy girl and her trademark ears. Initially quite shy, Coda has warmed up quickly to her new surroundings. She loves being outside, running and sniffing, and adores affection. Coda is still learning a lot of things like how to play and walk on a leash, but she already knows sit. While she may need a little patience at the start, Coda is sure to be a great addition to any family, and as a bonus, she's also cat friendly. To learn more about Coda and our adoption process, call Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center at 301-600-1546.
If you could plan a perfect October day, I would start off with picking pumpkins in the afternoon and then doing something scary in the evening. Perhaps a ghost tour? Watch this episode of Destination Frederick County as FCG-TV goes on a few ghost tours around downtown Frederick.
Frederick's streets hold more than just history. They hold secrets. From haunted alleyways to quiet graveyards, the past comes alive here in ways you never expected. Join us for a journey through the shadows on a ghost tour of historic Frederick and explore the legendary Mount Olivet Cemetery where the spirits of history still whisper to us today. But be warned, you may not be alone.
Good evening and welcome to Ghost Tours of Historic Frederick. We are Maryland's oldest operating ghost tour. If you folks are ready to believe, and I truly hope you are, let's begin our journey down some of Frederick's darkening streets, the search of some of Frederick's epicenters of paranormal activity. A ghost tour is kind of like a history tour as well. What you're going to be getting when you come to downtown Frederick, not only are you going to get a walking tour of the historic district, but you're going to get a lot of history about the city, what happened here, the events, Civil War, Revolutionary War, and then we're going to tell you about the paranormal activity taking place today, whether it's connected to a specific site, individual or groups of individuals. You never know what you're going to encounter on any given night. 7 men from Frederick were convicted of high treason, accused of helping the British and their secret plan to invade Frederick and help other British soldiers already incarcerated in local jails. Frederick is a great opportunity to experience ghosts. If you're coming here and you're really into history, we're only about 40 minutes from Gettysburg, Harpers Ferry, South Mountain, and Antietam. We have our own Civil War battlefield, which is only 2 miles from here, the Battle of the Monocacy. So it's a good mix of past history as well as current history that's happening even today.
We're in an interesting grave site right now. You can see behind me that there are 4 small gravestones and each has a lamb on top of it. Well, the Unsettled Tour is unique because it's in a cemetery with the gates closed behind you at night. being led around by candlelight. So it's not something that you can do on your own every day. But since I work here at the cemetery and I've been doing this for years and I research these stories, I'm a pretty good guide for you. You normally find these small monuments with lambs on them as the graves of small children. And these 4 are infants. They are the children of William and Blanche Keene. And unfortunately, these 4 children, 4 of the couple's 8 children, would perish between 1910 and 1917. They say that you die 2 deaths. The first death, of course, is when the physical body shuts down, but the real death now is when people forget that you walk the earth. They don't speak your name anymore, they don't visit your grave, it's almost that you were never here. These monuments are for the living to remember the people from the past, so I'm hoping that people have the opportunity to come through here, learn a little history, but see the beautiful grounds.
We welcome you to come out and do a ghost tour of historic downtown Frederick, what we believe is one of the most haunted cities in the United States and the most haunted city in the state of Maryland.
Now, if ghost tours aren't your thing, Frederick County divisions and departments are always hosting events and activities everyone can enjoy. Let's dive into this episode's calendar of events. To find out more about future events and activities, visit frederickcountymd.gov. Well, the show's almost over, but before we go, let me share a few more things with you. October is spooky season and National Disability Month, but did you know that it is also designated as National Animal Safety and Protection Month? This is an annual observance focused on promoting the well-being of all animals through education and awareness. During this time, people are encouraged to take actions such as pet-proofing their homes, creating emergency plans for pets, donating to animal shelters, and being more vigilant about preventing animal abuse. Deputy Director Willie Walton with Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center has more on that.
So your emergency plan, you want to be thinking about your pet. If your pet is on medication, you want to make sure you have enough medication available. You want to think about, what am I going to do with my pet in case of an emergency? Where are they going to go? If I can't get to them or you can't get to them, who can get to the pet? You just want to have a backup plan to know your pet is safe in the event of an emergency. You can put up cameras. You can basically pet-proof your house. We always recommend pets stay in a certain room, so you can let first responders know, hey, I have a dog, they're located in this area, so first responders, if they have to go in your house, they know to hit that area first, instead of searching around the house looking for the pet. So crate training your dogs or cats, you can crate train too. Having baby gates set up in a certain area where that pet is allowed to just stay throughout the day. I love crate training because it gives the dog their own essentially room. So when they are scared, they're going to go to what's normal to them, what's safe to them. So if you do have a crate in the event of an emergency, your dog is probably going to go towards its crate because that's where their safe place is. So having an area where is their safe place, more than likely that is where they're going to go in the case of an emergency. Some other things that you can do that not related to emergencies in particular, but keeping things out of reach of animals. So things they can choke on. Getting into the garbage, that's a big thing. You just had a steak dinner last night, the dog wants to eat whatever leftovers. So making sure trash cans are out of reach. Any toys that are not appropriate for them. This is particular when you have small kids. Dogs don't know the difference between their toys and a kid's toys, so making sure their toys are put away so they cannot ingest those. And just monitoring your pet. If your pet is one that likes to eat socks or garbage, just making sure those are not accessible for the animal when you're not around. It always starts with the education first. We start young with educating, going to schools and teaching kids, what is animal abuse, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. But we rely on the community a lot. When you see something, say something. It's an easy phone call to animal control, or you can either call the emergency communications and they will put you in touch with animal control. We start with education first to say, hey, shouldn't be doing this. Here's some remedies for it. And if it continues happening, then we move on to citations and then on to charges if we have to. We receive all types of donations, from bedding to food to old pill bottles, supplements and stuff like that. Things we look for in particular right now is actually pet food. Our food bank is running a little low, as is other food banks around the county, so we're always looking for pet food to help support the community. You can contact us. Our email address is animalcontrol@frederickcountymd.gov. We're on Facebook, so you can contact us through Facebook. You can call the shelter's main line at 301-600-1546, or you can even come into the shelter.
And on Saturday, October 25th, Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center is offering free microchipping from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Frederick Subaru. Like Jumbo's Pumpkin Patch, there are many family-friendly pumpkin patches around the county. There are also varieties of pick-your-owns, breweries, and wineries. You can find more pumpkin patches and farms by visiting homegrownfrederick.com. While you are there, just click on the Find Local Products tab and have fun exploring agriculture right here in Frederick County. Well, everyone, that concludes this episode of County Perspective. If you want to stay up to date on important news and events going on in the county, follow Frederick County on social media at FredCoGovMD. We'll see you next time with a fresh look from a county perspective. Take care, everyone.